Join us on Patreon and become part of our journey to uncover history's untold stories. Your support helps us create in-depth content, bring hidden narratives to life, and keep history alive for everyone.
Ethiopia, an ancient land steeped in history and mystique, holds a unique place in the biblical narrative, a place that reverberates with divine promises, enigmatic prophecies, and the hope of redemption. Known as the cradle of civilization and the seat of one of humanity's earliest empires, Ethiopia has always fascinated historians, theologians, and spiritual seekers alike. To explore Ethiopia's role in the Second Coming of Christ is to embark on a journey through time, weaving together ancient prophecies, biblical scripture, and a deep reverence for one of the most enduring nations in the world. The Second Coming of Christ, a central theme in Christian eschatology, represents the ultimate fulfillment of divine justice and the restoration of a broken world. While many interpretations of this pivotal event focus on its universal implications, Ethiopia stands apart as a nation intricately linked to the divine narrative. To many believers, Ethiopia is more than a geographical location. It is a spiritual epicenter, a land consecrated by God Himself, whose role in the unfolding tapestry of the last days cannot be overstated. From the highlands of Aksum, where ancient kings once proclaimed their divine right to rule, to the sacred mountains that echo with centuries of hymns and prayers, Ethiopia exudes an aura of divine significance. This is a land where history and prophecy meet, where the spiritual and the earthly converge. The echoes of its biblical importance resonate not only in the Old and New Testaments, but also in the hearts of millions who see Ethiopia as a divine cornerstone in the fulfillment of Christ's ultimate mission. Ethiopia's relationship with Christianity dates back to the earliest days of the faith, cementing its position as a nation of profound spiritual influence. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church, one of the oldest Christian institutions in the world, has preserved traditions, scriptures, and rituals that many believe hold clues to the mysteries of the end times. Moreover, Ethiopia's ancient connection to the Ark of the Covenant, its central role in biblical genealogies, and its prophetic alignment with the future restoration of God's kingdom place it at the heart of eschatological discussions. As we delve deeper into Ethiopia's role in the Second Coming of Christ, we uncover a narrative that is as complex as it is inspiring. This is a story that stretches back to the days of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba, to the baptism of the Ethiopian eunuch by Philip the Evangelist, and to the establishment of Christianity as the state religion during the reign of King Ezana in the 4th century. Yet, this is also a story that reaches forward into the realms of prophecy, where Ethiopia's spiritual legacy intertwines with the return of the Messiah. To fully appreciate Ethiopia's significance in this divine narrative, we must begin by examining its biblical foundations. Ethiopia, referred to as Cush in the Bible, is mentioned numerous times in Scripture, often as a land blessed by God. In the book of Psalms, we read the evocative words, "Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto God," Psalm 68, verse 31. This verse, laden with prophetic meaning, has been interpreted by theologians as a foreshadowing of Ethiopia's pivotal role in the fulfillment of God's plan for humanity. Ethiopia's connection to the divine also finds resonance in the story of the Queen of Sheba, who visited King Solomon in Jerusalem. This meeting, immortalized in both biblical and Ethiopian traditions, is more than a historical event. It is a symbolic union of divine wisdom and earthly authority. According to Ethiopian tradition, the Queen of Sheba bore a son, Menelik, who became the first emperor of Ethiopia and is believed to have brought the Ark of the Covenant to Aksum. The Ark, which held the tablets of the Ten Commandments, remains a symbol of God's covenant with His people and a testament to Ethiopia's unique spiritual heritage. As we move through history, Ethiopia emerges as a sanctuary for the persecuted and a beacon of faith. The New Testament records the story of the Ethiopian eunuch, a high-ranking official in the court of Queen Candace, who was baptized by Philip after reading the book of Isaiah. This moment, often seen as the first conversion of a Gentile to Christianity, underscores Ethiopia's early embrace of the gospel and its role in spreading the message of Christ to the wider world. Ethiopia's spiritual significance is further solidified by its endurance as a Christian nation despite centuries of external threats and internal struggles. From the rise of Islam in the 7th century to the pressures of colonialism in the 19th and 20th centuries, Ethiopia has remained steadfast in its faith, a testament to its divine calling. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church, with its rich liturgical traditions and deep reverence for Scripture, serves as a custodian of ancient Christian wisdom. Its practices, such as the veneration of saints, the celebration of holy feasts, and the preservation of Guizi manuscripts, reflect a profound commitment to the sacred. Yet Ethiopia's role in the second coming of Christ is not confined to its historical legacy. Prophecies and visions have long pointed to Ethiopia as a land of eschatological importance. The mention of Ethiopia in the books of Isaiah, Zephaniah, and Ezekiel highlights its prophetic significance. In Isaiah 11 verse 11, we read about God's promise to gather his people from the four corners of the earth, including from Cush. This gathering, often interpreted as the ingathering of the faithful in the end times, positions Ethiopia as a focal point in the divine plan. Moreover, Ethiopian eschatological traditions offer a unique perspective on the second coming. The Keber Nagast, a 14th century Ethiopian text, speaks of Ethiopia's divine destiny and its unbroken covenant with God. This text, revered by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, envisions Ethiopia as a land set apart, destined to play a critical role in the restoration of God's kingdom on earth. The Ark of the Covenant, believed by many to reside in the Church of St. Mary of Zion in Aksum, is a tangible symbol of this covenant. While the exact location of the Ark remains a matter of debate, its presence in Ethiopian tradition underscores the nation's spiritual significance. For centuries, the Ark has been guarded by a single monk, a testament to the reverence and secrecy surrounding this sacred artifact. To believers, the Ark represents not only a connection to the past but also a promise of the future, a future in which God's presence will once again dwell among his people. Ethiopia's geographical and cultural isolation has also contributed to its role as a spiritual stronghold. Nestled in the Horn of Africa, surrounded by rugged mountains and vast deserts, Ethiopia has often been seen as a land set apart, a New Jerusalem, untouched by the chaos of the outside world. This isolation has allowed Ethiopia to preserve its unique Christian traditions that many believe hold the key to understanding the mysteries of the end times. In the broader context of African spirituality, Ethiopia stands as a symbol of hope and resilience. Its ancient history, intertwined with biblical narratives, serves as a reminder of God's enduring promises. For millions of Africans and members of the African diaspora, Ethiopia represents a spiritual homeland, a place where the divine and the earthly meet. As we look to the future, Ethiopia's role in the second coming of Christ remains a topic of profound significance. Whether as the guardian of the Ark of the Covenant, the custodian of ancient Christian wisdom, or a beacon of hope for the faithful, Ethiopia continues to inspire and intrigue. Its story, woven into the fabric of biblical prophecy and historical destiny, challenges us to see the divine in the earthly and to find hope in the promises of God. Ethiopia's role in the second coming of Christ is not merely a matter of theology. It is a testament to the enduring power of faith, the resilience of a nation, and the promise of redemption. As we await the fulfillment of this divine plan, Ethiopia stands as a reminder that God's purposes are vast, mysterious, and ultimately redemptive. It invites us to look beyond the temporal and to fix our eyes on the eternal, where the promises of God find their ultimate fulfillment.